Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Fruitful Lindens, where I teach people how to design, save, and live. Today we're going to be looking at Dave Ramsey's baby step number 3 and the issues and solutions that I have for that. Now this whole program is meant to help people get out of debt and get into living their best life. And I think it's a great framework to start with. I do just have some issues with the way that Dave Ramsey went about creating this program and the way that it's portrayed. And I think it's really customizable to your personal situation. And I hope that I can give you some examples with my own life that will help you get through these steps. So let's get right into it. I do apologize if I'm looking down at my laptop. I do have some notes that I've written for myself, and I don't want to forget anything. So please forgive me if you do see me looking down from time to time. So let's go ahead and get started with baby step number 3. Save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. You've paid off your debt. Don't slow down now. Take that money you were throwing at your debt and build a fully funded emergency fund that covers 3 to 6 months of your expenses. This will protect you against life's bigger surprises like the loss of a job or your car breaking down without slipping back into debt. I see no issue with that at all. However, if it took you 8 to 10 years, maybe it took you 20 years, maybe it took you 5 years to finish baby step number 2, that whole time you could have been saving for your emergency fund. And if you have been, or if you're going to, that's fantastic, because then you are so much closer to finishing baby step number 3 in a snap. And the way that I calculated this was I figured out how much I needed to get by, not how much I needed to like go to the zoo or go to the movies or have fun. How much I needed to pay my bills, still pay my debts, and be able to eat food, but not anything fancy, just like the bare minimum, like lunch meat and cheese type of thing. So I calculated how much I would need, and for me it's about, I want to say it was like $2,700 a month with all of my bills and everything. So then what I did was I multiplied that by 3 and got the minimum amount for my emergency fund. And then I multiplied it by 6 and found the maximum amount for my emergency fund. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to stop there with your savings. You absolutely do not have to stop at 6 months worth. And what I would say is that after the 6 months mark, once you reach that mark, you don't let your account get below that amount. But if you want to keep saving, go ahead and do that, and then you just have general savings for vacations, things you want to do, saving for retirement, whatever it is that you need to save for, that's fine. If you've had the discipline to get to this point, you'll have the discipline to keep saving for the rest of your life until you've reached that point where you can live your best life. When you finish the baby steps and you're debt free and you don't owe anything on your house, then that savings will be there for you. In this example, if I were to continue to save $100 a month for the next 8 years while I pay off my debt, I would be well on my way to having a fully funded emergency fund. So then once my debt was paid off except for the house, all of that money that I was paying on those payments would go straight to my emergency fund until I hit that 6-month mark. Now it says 3 to 6 months, but I would err on the side of 6 months, especially with what's going on in the world right now with the coronavirus. I would aim for 6 months because at this point, none of us know what could happen. So I would aim for that 6 months. But 3 months of expenses is nothing to laugh at. I mean, for me, that's well over, that's well over $10,000. That's nothing to laugh at. That's like a decent sum of money. And that's like if something terrible happened, like if you lost your job and you couldn't find another one, or something catastrophic happened with your house or a medical bill or what have you. But I would still aim for that 6 months, and after you're done paying off all your debt, take all that money you were paying on your debt, including your debt snowball, and put that into your emergency fund until you've reached that 6 months. Now, after you've reached that 6 months, this is when it gets exciting because you get to do whatever you want with that money. And what I don't agree with is actually the next step. I don't have much issue with this step. I don't think that you have to stop there. And I think that you should continue saving towards your emergency fund the whole time you're paying off your debt. So really, I have no issue with baby step number 3, other than I feel like if you follow the program to a T the way Dave Ramsey intended it, you would have a long, long way to go if you weren't putting money into your emergency fund while you're still doing your debt snowball. So that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, tell your friends if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.